Emily, please put this in the record correctly, would you?
Okay, it's Emily Siraki Van Hise.
Well,
does that help you?
Well,
Is that what you need?
I really blew that one.
Okay, no, but I'll print
that.
it out for you. So that's good.
You know, with a name like mine, I understand your plight.
Yeah. So my grandmother's maiden name was Vipieski, so when she got the name Siraki, she thought that was really simple. It's good. Okay. So, Mr. Chair, members of the committee, my name is Emily Siraki Van Hise. I'm a resident of East Boise, and I'm the canon pastor of St. Michael's Episcopal Cathedral, just across the street from the State House. I'm here to urge you to vote yes on House Bill 2, to add the words sexual orientation and gender identity to our existing Human Rights Act. I speak to you as a citizen of this state and as a priest of the Episcopal Church. At my baptism, my parents committed to raising me within the Christian faith. They committed to continue in the teachings of the Bible, to participate in the worship and the fellowship of the church. They acknowledged that when they fell into sin, they could repent and be forgiven. They committed to seek and serve Christ in all persons, to love their neighbors as themselves. They promised to strive for justice and peace and to respect the dignity of every human being. They fulfilled their commitment. And when I was of age, I made these same promises myself. To seek and serve Christ in all persons, to respect the dignity of every human being. Every single Episcopalian makes these promises over and over. Each time another person is baptized, confirmed, or received into the church, and several times a year at Holy Day services. Now, in the Episcopal Church, and as in other Christian denominations, we've had our shares of disagreement. We've been in the New York Times. It's been very exciting. We've struggled to maintain unity, but never have we wavered on this baptismal covenant, which, along with the Apostles and the Nicene Creeds, creates the stable base for our faith. Never have we argued or disagreed on any of these commitments. This week, we've heard opponents of this bill state that we do not need to add the words to our Human Rights Act. But I've not heard one person say that we do not need the Human Rights Act itself. Of course, we know that we can't legislate kindness and love, but we can pass legislation that tells the citizens of our state, on no uncertain terms, that we in Idaho will not stand for treating any of our citizens, or even any of our visitors, with anything less than the dignity and respect Christ showed each and every person that he encountered.
About 30 seconds.
The addition of these 4 words to our existing Human Rights Act will not legislate the values of the church, as was stated by the Attorney General in a statement. It will not legislate the values any parent teaches their children unless these values are based on violence and isolation which hurt other citizens. The addition of these words to our Human Rights Act will make it safer for our children and all vulnerable people to call on their neighbors and law enforcement for help when they're afraid or abused. It will enable more Idahoans to make an honest living, find housing, and help to free them from the fear, shame, and isolation that lead to destructive behaviors, including suicide. In this legislative session,
wrap it up.
This last sentence, you have the opportunity to demonstrate that Idahoans recognize and will stand up for the dignity and well-being of every human being. Thank you. I urge you to vote yes on House Bill 2.
Are there questions? Thank you very much.